In this video, traders, let's look at 3 examples of using the trend to your advantage other than just the normal buying a trend on a pullback. Stay tuned. But one of the things I want to talk about in this video, guys, is kind of using the trend to your advantage. And one of the things that Chris Weston and I talked about, Chris Weston is the head of research at Pepperstone. If you want to go and check out that video, we did kind of a brief interview with him and asked him some questions about some of the characteristics of winning traders in Pepperstone, some of the things he looks for in the way he selects trades. And one of the things that he has an overview of what's happening in the markets, and more of a kind of broad macro view. Now, this is what drives markets. But as short-term traders, we're kind of not so bothered about the macro view because they don't have a 5-year, 10-year, 20-year view on a currency pair, on a country, on a commodity. That's not where you trade. We look for short-term opportunities. However, that does cause longer-term trends. The macro opinion and macro view of an instrument causes a long-term trend. For example, we have the interest rates could be driving the dollar one way or another, could be driving gold one way or another, the interest rate environment, the expected kind of money flow into, in terms of QE, the expected recovery from a pandemic, for example, as we've had recently. Any of these kind of big events that cause big shifts in where money's flowing will affect the long-term trend of the asset you're trading. Now, do assets always trend? No, of course they don't. But if you find an asset that is under a long-term trend, use it to your advantage. Take that and say, right, that is how the big players are positioning. I'm not interested in where it's going to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. They're continually putting money to work, causing this to be on a daily chart, for example. So then you can go, right, if that's what the bigger players are doing, how can I use that to my advantage? So this is when you kind of look at your shorter term trades and you bring them under the umbrella of the trend, rather than just kind of buying the pullback on the trend and saying, I've got to run with the trend, I've got to kind of run it, the trend is your friend and all that, which it is, but why not leverage on its power by using these short-term trades? So I've got 3 kind of standard examples for you. Let me talk through my thinking here. So number 1 is a standard double bottom type trade, right? Double bottom, but if you think about what a double bottom is doing, it's basically saying here's a level, here's another level, it's now creating support, and the thesis of the trade is going to bounce off that level. So using this in an uptrend by definition means it's pulling back from the highs, you're not chasing it. And if a double bottom is going to hold, then it's way more likely to hold in an uptrend when there's strength there, because you already are making, you've got to kind of go with the assumption, guys, that the trend is going to continue until it doesn't. That's kind of the assumption you've got to make. At some point, you've got to put your foot into the fire, take the risk, and take that assumption. So going from that assumption, all you're trying to do with this is find a short-term entry for the trend to resume. You know, yes, there are opportunities where you can maybe take some mean reversion trade to the upside and kind of back into the midpoint or back to the lows, but you're going against the grain there. If you're very short-term scalping, fine, you know, I get it. But if you're kind of, even if you're day trading or swing trading over, a couple of days, even waiting for the dips and trying to align with these patterns helps. So a double bottom in an uptrend is more likely to hold, right? If you think about it, prices coming down, it's going to hold at some point. Why not when you see that bottoming type pattern and use that as a lever to go long? Whereas if you're in a downtrend and you've got a double bottom, you think about how many times price then breaks through that low. A lot, because by the definition of a double bottom, or the definition of a support and the definition of a trend, it's breaking through the trend, which is why we're not kind of going to try and align ourselves with trading double tops in an uptrend, because unless the trend is ending, it's going to break through. And yes, okay, I know there are short-term opportunities, but I'm talking broadly here. Make life easy for yourself. Use a trend to your advantage. Don't even touch double tops. If we're pushing to highs and we keep going, just try to find double bottoms, because you're going with the trend. You're trying to find a reversal pattern that's actually with the trend with a short-term edge. Something like this as well, like a 1, 2, 3 reversal type thing. Same kind of thing. In a downtrend, what's the chance of that holding? Pretty slim, unless the whole trend is ending, because the likelihood is it goes lower. But on an uptrend, you've already got a spring stretched, it's unwinding, it's contracting again, and these are all 1 and 2 specifically are when you're trying to find that spring contracting, and it's going to continue on again, and we're going to push new highs. So these kind of appearing pretty much anywhere, here. For example, that number 1 is here. You can see that little double bottom there. This kind of 1, 2, 3 reversal here could be like this scenario here, number 2, for example. Little blip on that. So you can see if you're drilling into the trend and using it to your advantage, you're saying, well, I'm just aligning myself for long, but I'm using the short-term entry triggers to try to find the sweet spot. And even number 3, even when breakouts, you can get caught in breakouts in range-bound environments. In a trending environment, breakouts are going to work fine. You have a resistance level there, market breaks through. If you want to trade off a flag or trade it for a pullback to whatever, that's just nuance. But ultimately, if your thesis is the trend will continue, which is the macro theme, which is what the bigger money is doing, and they take a long time generally to change, then the likelihood is this is going to continue. Whereas if you took this in a downtrend, the likelihood of that being a fake out and then just ripping through the lows again is high, because it's the definition of a downtrend. And so once you've kind of attack the thesis of the trend is going to continue, you don't really have any reason to do anything against the trend. Make life easier for yourself. Again, just final thing, you understand if you're trading very, very short term, but if you're day trading or swing trading, over a few days or whatever it may be, this helps to align yourself with the broader trend. It helps to align yourself with where that money flow is coming, the macro theme of things, and make life easy for yourself. There's plenty of opportunities looking at a long-term trend and only saying I'm going to take longs. I'm only going to position long. You can still take short-term trades until you use these short-term reversal patterns, but if you're aligned long only, say I'm not going to take double tops, I'm just going to take double bottoms, go an uptrend, it can help you out tremendously because you have the wind behind you. You have the weight of money on your side. Okay, bye-bye.